佢原本係一位奉命殺戮嘅軍人，之後成為濟世為懷嘅物理治療師，但係最廣為人知嘅身份係教育革命嘅先驅者。剛剛除低軍服，換上白袍，佢見到嘅畫面比戰爭更加殘酷。
When Doman began working with brain-injured children, he discovered a heartbreaking reality. These kids were abandoned in hospital corners, with nobody believing they could ever recover. Doman decided to challenge this belief.
佢察覺到傳統治療方法嘅局限性後，發覺呢啲小朋友佢康復嘅前景相當有限，而且當時嘅醫學觀念認為受損嘅大腦係不可逆轉嘅。不過呢個狂人對呢啲觀念提出咗質疑，並且尋找替代嘅治療方法。都文堅信受損嘅大腦可以通過使用而成長，而呢個觀念喺當時嚟講絕對可以用嚟寫科幻小說。佢叫 Glenn Doman， 一個由血腥戰場翻到嚟，決定投身到另一個戰場，為老傷兒童而戰嘅教育革命家。而佢喺呢一個生命戰場入邊，佢用嘅致命武器唔係槍，唔係炮，而係一張白紙。都文一生致力幫助唔同種類腦受損嘅小朋友，要介紹晒需要好長嘅篇幅，所以今堂我哋只會講佢點樣重建小朋友嘅學習能力。
Every child has the potential to become a genius. The key lies, Mamouche, in how we develop and guide them.
Glenn Doman。
上完呢一堂你就會知道都文佢點睇腦受損嘅小朋友，醫學界點解對佢嘅研究有質疑，而佢究竟點樣用一張白紙拯救萬千嘅小朋友。要明白都文點解會有咁革命性嘅諗法，我哋就要先了解佢個背景同埋嗰個時代嘅醫學環境。
Glenn Doman was born in Pennsylvania, United States. In 1940, he earned a degree in physical therapy from the University of Pennsylvania. During World War II, he served in the U.S. Army. The day after Pearl Harbor, he enlisted as a private. During WW2, Doman displayed extraordinary courage. He was awarded the Military Cross by Britain's King George VI, the Distinguished Service Cross, the Silver Star, and the Bronze Star from the United States. He was also nominated for the Congressional Medal of Honor by General Patton.
你以為佢得到咁多榮譽會好開心 ？Sorry 咯，剛剛相反。為咗尋求人生嘅意義，佢決定轉行。
Doman witnessed firsthand the trauma that war inflicted on both body and mind. After the war, he chose to become a physical therapist, hoping to help injured people get back on their feet. Later, a group of physical therapists helped him establish a clinic, providing office space and patients, mainly stroke victims.
當時嘅醫學界對腦受損兒童嘅態度可以話係絕望嘅，佢哋會同家長講：你哋嘅小朋友可能唔可以正常學習，甚至乎生活都有問題。呢啲診斷就好似判死刑一樣，將無數嘅家庭推向絕望嘅深淵。
At that time, brain-injured children's rehabilitation facilities were more like asylums. These children were placed in dark wards, where medical staff only provided the most basic physical care. No one would try to teach them anything. No one expected them to make any progress.
想象一下，都文第一次踏入呢個環境嘅感受，佢見到嘅唔係病人，而係一班被社會遺棄嘅細路。佢睇到呢班細路嘅眼神裏邊係仲有光芒嘅。呢一個觀察令到佢懷疑呢班細路仔係咪真係冇得救呢？都文佢形容自己嘅醫療理念係源於戰時嘅軍官信條，唔放棄任何受傷者。就係呢句説話，令都文開始咗一個改變無數生命嘅旅程。佢決定挑戰當時嘅醫學權威，用自己嘅方式幫助呢啲被遺棄嘅兒童。1955年，都文做咗一個影響深遠嘅決定，佢創立咗人類潛能發展學院。呢個機構一直運作到1980年，之後由佢嘅女兒 Janet 去接任院長。
The birth of this institute stemmed from Doman's deep concern for brain-injured children. Doman and his team believed that the brain had tremendous capacity for recovery. In that era, brain-injured patients were typically sent to institutions and considered hopeless. But Doman insisted, hurt brains can grow by being used.
為咗建立科學基礎，都文同佢哋嘅團隊進行咗一項史無前例嘅全球研究。佢哋走遍世界各地，觀察同研究唔同文化背景下兒童嘅腦神經發展模式。
To deeply understand human neurological development, Doman and his team traveled the globe, studying children from remote regions and urban cultures. They visited Inuit children in the Arctic, Bushman children in the Kalahari Desert, and Jingu children in Brazil's Mato Grosso, seeking to observe and define the critical stages of human neurological development.
通過呢啲跨文化嘅研究，都文佢發現咗人類神經發展嘅特定規律，為佢將來嘅治療提供咗科學基礎。
Doman's team began conducting in-depth research into neurology and child development. He discovered that human brain development is a complex but orderly process. Normal children develop various abilities in a specific sequence. First, visual perception, then motor control, and finally language and cognitive abilities.
都文最重要嘅發現係乜嘢？佢意識到腦受損兒童嘅問題唔係大腦完全壞咗，而係正常嘅神經發育被阻斷咗。如果能夠用人工嘅方法重新刺激呢啲發育路徑，或者能夠繞過受損嘅區域，建立新嘅神經連接。想像下大腦係一個複雜嘅電路板，如果某一啲電線斷咗，我哋可以重新佈線，用其他路徑將電流送到需要嘅地方。都文佢發現咗點樣重新佈線，令信息透過全新嘅神經網路進入大腦。
Through extensive observation, Doman discovered that brain-injured children's visual systems were often relatively intact. This discovery led him to a bold hypothesis. If the brain could be retrained through visual input, would it produce unexpected results? He began designing various visual stimulation experiments, attempting to use images, colors, and movement patterns to activate these children's brains.
呢個諗法喺當時絕對係異端邪說。傳統嘅醫學認為，學習係一個複雜嘅認知過程，需要有完整嘅大腦先至能夠做到。但係都文佢提出咗一個革命性嘅觀點，學習可能係一個基本嘅生物本能，只要用正確嘅方法去刺激，即使受損嘅大腦都有機會重新學會。
Doman began conducting informal experiments at the rehabilitation center. He would spend extensive time observing each brain-injured child, recording their responses to different stimuli. He discovered an amazing phenomenon. Although some functions of these children were impaired, their brains still had tremendous untapped potential.
經過都文大膽假設、小心求證之下，第一宗成功嘅案例終於出現咗，為呢場退役軍人挑戰醫學權威嘅戰爭打下一支強心針。
In 1952, Doman recorded his first exciting success case. A 4-year-old boy whose brain was damaged due to oxygen deprivation at birth began responding to written words after several months of visual stimulation training. Although the progress was small, this breakthrough convinced Doman that he was on the right path.
但光靠零散嘅視覺刺激始終有限，都文佢發展出一套系統，令訓練方法更加有效。呢一個改變一切嘅方法，由一張白紙做起，就係閃示法。
In 1955, after years of experimentation and observation, Doman developed his most famous teaching method, the flashcard method. This method was surprisingly simple. Write common words in bold black letters on white paper, then flash them quickly in front of children while simultaneously reading aloud the words or sentences on the flashcards, with each card displayed for about 1 second.
And here's your ribs and your humerus.
點解一張白紙可以創造奇蹟？閃示法嘅成功背後有啲咩原理呢？都文佢發現咗我哋大腦吸收知識係有一條秘密通道嘅。
The human brain has two completely different systems for processing text. The first is the analytical system. It analyzes letter by letter, stroke by stroke, then combines them into meaningful words. The second is the holistic recognition system. It remembers entire words as complete images.
分析系統嚟唔切處理，大腦就會自動切換到整體識別系統。就好似見到呢啲表情符號，我哋即刻知道係開心或者傷心。你唔會慢慢分析佢哋嘅形狀、線條同埋位置嘅關係。
For brain-injured children, this mechanism is particularly important. Because their analytical system may have difficulty functioning due to brain damage, but their holistic recognition system may still be intact. Rapid flashing forces the brain to use the holistic recognition system, bypassing the damaged analytical areas.
都文同埋佢嘅團隊開始見到成效， 喺費城嘅康復中心，越嚟越多原本被認為冇希望嘅細路，透過閃視訓練開始學會閱讀。
As success cases increased, Doman began to systematize his method. He developed detailed training plans, 3 times daily, 15 minutes each session, adding new words every week. He also trained parents and therapists, teaching them how to properly implement the Flash method.
呢個方法嘅突破性證明咗一點，學習未必需要一個複雜嘅認知過程，有時最直接、最原始嘅刺激反而最有效。一張白紙、幾個大字就能夠重新燃點小朋友嘅學習能力。但驚喜陸續有嚟。
Even more surprising was that the Flash method not only helped brain-injured children, but normal young children could also benefit from it. Many parents discovered that using this method to teach young children to read was many times faster than traditional methods.
但係任何嘅突破性發現都會面對強烈嘅質疑。都文嘅方法同埋理論都唔例外，醫學界同埋教育界兵分兩路去夾擊。究竟佢哋擔憂緊啲乜嘢呢？
In the 1960s, as Doman's influence expanded, opposition voices from the academic community grew stronger. The American Academy of Pediatrics was the first to speak out, questioning the lack of rigorous scientific validation in Doman's methods. They pointed out that Doman's research lacked control groups, had too few samples, and lacked long-term follow-up data.
批評者主要有幾個論點，佢哋認為都文誇大咗治療效果，呢啲改善可能係自然康復，同閃視方法冇直接嘅關係。佢哋質疑都文嘅理論基礎薄弱，當時嘅神經科學仲未發展到能夠理解大腦嘅可塑性，所以好多醫生認為佢嘅理論純粹係推測。令醫學界最不安嘅可能係都文嘅身份，一個冇醫學學位嘅退役軍人，膽敢質疑整個醫學界對腦創傷治療嘅認知。呢一種越界嘅行為，令好多專家或者權威感受到被冒犯。
Educational experts had different concerns. They believed that the Flash method was too mechanized and might stifle children's creativity and critical thinking. Some education scholars even worried that this rote learning approach could have negative effects on children's psychological development.
更深嘅阻力可能係利益同埋權威嘅關係。如果都文呢個方法係有效嘅，意味着傳統嘅醫療同埋教育體系需要徹底嘅改革。好多既得利益者都唔願意睇到呢一種改變。
Faced with these criticisms, Doman did not choose to retreat. He continued collecting more case data and established training centers around the world. He personally traveled to countries like Japan, Brazil, and Australia to promote his ideas and train local therapists and teachers. Regardless of how the academic community questioned him, the real-world success stories were right there. Thousands of families witnessed their children's progress. Some children who were once considered permanently unable to learn began to read, and some were even able to enter regular schools.
我而家嘅教學方法有70%都建基於閃視技巧上，而且我已經將呢套方法發展成獨有嘅教育系統，將閃視記生字提升到背誦同埋速讀嘅層面。喺我嘅教學同埋實踐入邊，學生透過閃視訓練，普遍都能夠大大提升學習嘅效率，加快識字同埋記憶嘅速度，而且學習過程變得更加超。都文嘅影響力遠遠超過大家嘅想象，佢嘅方法傳播到世界各地，改變咗無數家庭嘅命運。都文嘅故事教曉我哋幾個重要嘅道理：無論面對咩困難，永遠唔好放棄任何一個小朋友。簡單嘅方法可能係最有效，唔好扼殺我哋小朋友面對權威嘅勇氣，因為呢啲勇氣可能改變世界。如果大家想更深入了解閃視技巧嘅話，可以留言話俾我知。記得訂閱我嘅頻道，同埋分享俾有需要嘅朋友。我哋下堂再見。
83, 89, 97.